I had to get me a drink, dog. I had to get me a drink. I had to get me a drink. I was watching local news, man. It's probably an old video, but I had to say something about it. Here it is. There was this black girl. Now, she is a news correspondent. And there was another black guy. He was on the panel. And he's a news correspondent. I think he does the weather or something like that. She does something else, but both of them are broadcasters. And it had two white people there. The two white people was sitting in the middle, and the black guy was on one end, the black lady was on another end. They was talking about a subject matter that can be considered controversial. I don't know, but it's talk worthy. And it basically was talking about a woman lowering her standards, settling. That was it. Settling. This woman got up there, and I mean, it was so obvious how these women think today. And you know what? It has gotten to the point where I don't worry about whether I'm gonna have a relationship or not. I don't want to deal with that crap. I'm not dealing with that crap, people. The bandit is not going to deal with the foolishness. Of course, they let the black woman talk. Because, yeah, they make a whole lot of sense today. She started running her mouth like they do. And say, I've worked too hard to settle for less. Or get a man who's not making at least twice as what I'm making. I'm not taking care of no man. Her neck was about to fall off her shoulders. I ain't taking care of no man. If he ain't up to par, then we just ain't gonna date. I said, ugh. And so the black man responded. Now the two white people sitting there, the white man and the white woman sitting there, and they're doing this. Just looking at these two. Now, the white man, the white woman, they wasn't arguing at each other about anything. They were listening to two black people prove my point that black women do not like black men. In general, they don't. The majority of black women do not like you, black man. I'm going to hammer it down. And the only way it's going to change is that they change their stank attitude. But this is what my man said. 11 Alive News. I think it was 11 Alive News. But anyway, he said, wait a minute. You're not willing to get with a man that's working, but he makes less than you? You're not willing to step up to the plate and cover him? He said, we've been doing that for generations. We've been taking care of women for generations. You mean to tell me, this is what the black man said to her. He said, you mean to tell me that y'all fought for equality, you went hand in hand with feminism, even though that was not a black woman's cause. You tied the knot with white women, which we can really say is y'all enemy because you're always talking about white women all the time. So you joined forces with feminism. You went out for the corporate world. You wanted to be in the government jobs. You wanted to be independent and strong and educated. You want to have the right to do that, but you don't want to bear any responsibility for the upkeep in your home when it comes to a man. He was basically saying, if you want to live like a man and say that you have the right to be CEO, CFO, COO, to be in these corporate jobs and handle the pressure, you're willing to do that. And you really don't handle the pressure that well. But he was saying, if you're willing to do that, why can't you take it a step further like men have been doing for generations and take care of him? You wanted that leadership. He said, it seems to me like you want all the ups. You want all the rewards of a man. But when it comes to being responsible, you don't want to be that. And you know what that black woman did? She rolled her eyes at him and said, I'm not going to settle for something that's beneath me. Now, what if black men for all these years been running around talking about, I'm not going to settle for any woman that's beneath me? What if men was running around like that? And don't tell me men are, because your fat ass girls are still having babies. Your bald-headed, weave-wearing, black-ass women still having babies, still got baby daddies, and men are still sleeping with you. So don't sit there and tell me that y'all are treated like crap. You're not. You're not. Y'all have choices. We don't. Only 20% of the men have choices. Those are facts, people. And she sat there. So the white woman responded, oh, I don't have no problem taking care of my family. If my husband make less than me, she said, I just want me a good husband. If we're a family, then everything that is made in the household belongs to both of us. We both benefit. She said, I am not in competition with my man. And you know that black woman looked at her with a side eye and told that woman, well, you can put up with a lazy man. Just because a man make less than his woman does not mean he lazy. It don't. Most women are being hired today because they're not a challenge to anybody. See, a real man, a man in the workforce who cares about production, he will always be a threat to another man's job. Women can be manipulated. They can be manipulated. They can be governed by their feelings and emotions. They like their ego stroked, and they like to feel like they're empowered. See, a man, we have to earn everything that we get in life. Nobody gives us nothing. Nobody cares about our feelings, especially if you're a black man. Nobody cares, but men in particularly. Men, nobody cares about us. And I tell you, the more power you give women, the more they're going to give you the side eye. Because women, for the most part, I could say damn near all women, they don't care about men that's willing to give up their power. That don't turn them on at all. You cater to a woman, she going to look at you like you a straight up lame. I ain't always put women in their place, and I have not always talked this way. But I tell you one thing, when I was being nice and worrying about a woman's emotions and trying to make her happy, I lost. Now that I don't give a damn, I'm strictly about my principles and I have boundaries. And you don't cross them, I get respect from women. Because I tell them the truth. I don't sit around blowing smoke up their butt all day because they are female. No, you wrong, I'm going to point it out to you. You're wrong. You can take it or leave it alone. That black man sat up there and said, what kind of thinking is this? He was telling the black woman, and she didn't even have enough respect for him to humble herself. She didn't even have enough respect to humble herself. But the white people that was up front, the white man and the white woman. They watch both of those, the black man and the black woman. They watch both of them argue each other down about what's right and what's wrong. They put on a performance. And even though the black man was right, if I was him, I would have told her, you are free to make your money, have your nice home, have your nice cars. You are free to do that in this society today. You go, girl. And I would have simply said this: I'll see you when you turn 50. And I would have shut my mouth. Again, I would have told her, I'll see you when you turn 45. And let's see if that house and that money you making and those cars make you feel like a woman when you don't have no man that honor and respects you. Let's see how much of a woman you feel like when you don't have nobody to hold you at night but Chad and Tyrone, who comes over and knock you off and leave. That white woman sat up there during that interview and she didn't put men down one time. You know why that white woman didn't do that? Because she know where her bread and butter comes from. And at the end of the day, she wants a man that's going to hold her at night. Someone that's going to protect and love and honor her. But black women, for the most part, are married to the government. They've been given all this leeway to just cause havoc in the black community. They raise our sons by themselves. They raise our daughters by themselves. It ain't because these men just run off because we dogs. We ran away. We ran away. We have to sleep with one eye open because when a black woman get upset, you don't know if you're going to wake up the next day. You don't know. You got to get the hell on. And they pride themselves on that. I don't take no crap while having several kids by several men. So yeah, black women, have your standards and don't settle for nothing that you don't want to settle for. Don't get no man with a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 man, you're right. Don't waste your time with a man with a skill. Go after the rappers. Go after the athletes. Go after the CEOs and the CFOs and the COOs and all them. Go after them. But when you turn 40, 45, 50, don't run back. Don't run back. Stay your behind right on over there. Stay right on over there. And when you see black men going to get them a Filipino wife, or a woman from Costa Rica or Honduras or Brazil or Chile or any of these countries, Vietnam, Japan, when you see these black men going to get him a woman from Europe some doggone where, I don't want to hear nothing about he being racist against himself. He's a self-hater. I don't want to hear it. Deal with your settlement. Band it out.